Good morning, it's Saturday the 16th of November. Grab yourselves a super cosy drink, grab yourselves a blanket because it is cold, and settle in because we have got another super cosy end of autumn vlog. Ooh, Lanark Christmas trees are already available.
I think you misread that sign.
Did you see that sign?
No, I definitely didn't see that sign.
Christmas trees are already available.
No.
Maybe it's a little bit too early really for us to put our big tree up, isn't it?
It's still November.
Maybe a couple of weeks. We haven't actually discussed when we're going to put the Christmas tree up yet.
We never do. You always put it up. I always come home from work and it's up.
I have to think about when that's going up. Probably, I would say not next week, but the week after. Oh look, the knitters have been out. Oh, it's a Christmas one. You know, when you see the post boxes and then there's all the knitted bits and pieces on the top. I might have to walk down and have a look at that, you know. Later this evening, we're coming back to town because it's Hitchin light switch on. It's one of our nights of the year that we really do enjoy. There's a little bit of a parade and town does get very, very busy. Yeah, I'm quite excited to see what the buzz of town is like because it's the light switch on today.
You're meant to feed birds.
Apparently you're not supposed to feed them.
Right, because it bloats them.
Yeah. God, tell me about it. I'm a bird and I bloat. It's just beautiful. We believe the Christmas tree's up, and it is. Let's go and have a look at it. The shape of this year's Christmas tree over in town, 2024. We can see town's getting ready for the events later. Let's go and have a look at what the lineup is. I was so desperate to see what the shape of it was like. Yeah, really happy with the tree this year, looks lovely. Let's go just have a quick look at these baubles in town. Local businesses make a bauble, so this is the Dogs Trust one. What else have we got? This is a fun one, what's this one? Hitchin Mortgage Advisors. The white wardrobe there, that's a nice one. Really love the tops of the lights in town. DB's gone to order us a coffee, so let's go and find him. I think he's over in Halsey's. I'm on the grounds at the moment of the Priory. I'm just going for a little walk and I love it here because the trees are just at the end of autumn. If I just show you around, I don't know if you can see all behind me. Isn't this absolutely beautiful here? Some of the trees are losing their leaves and other trees are still staying super golden like this one here. Just look at these stunning trees that are behind me. I was here recently for the Craig David concert, but let me just say it wasn't as calm and quiet as it is today. It was a super night of raving. If you look round, you can see the signs of winter are already here. These trees have already lost their leaves and are bare, ready for winter. The last of the autumn leaves are falling. Give it another week or two and these trees will be bare. I've actually got my duvet coat on for the first time of the year. It was so nice finding this morning. The hat was bought for me by GB's mum, so it's a super special one for me. I'm just walking down a hill here. It's just got to be a bit careful where I'm treading. Look, little mushrooms. Over here, look, there's more. Can you see? GB is just parking up because tonight is the Hitchin Christmas tree light switch on. And in the lamplight, everything sparkles and glows. Ooh. It's the hope of the season, it's that time of the year when miracles can happen and our cares disappear like a fresh blanket of snow.
The weather hazy sunshine this morning, feeling colder with highs of 11 degrees.
Good morning, happy Sunday. I have just pulled up to one of my favourite places to come this time of year. I can't wait to tell you, and I'll tell you more about that in a moment. But I just wanted to give a little bit of an update about yesterday. I actually wasn't very well yesterday. I woke up in the morning and I was super keen to vlog. Our local town of Hitchin had their spectacular light switch on. But it was that day in the month where I felt really, really rough. You've seen at the end of the Hitchin light switch on clip, the camera became very shaky and I was giggling. Well, that's because All I Want for Christmas by Mariah Carey came on, one of our favourites, and GB was initiating a dance right in the middle of the crowd. So we ended up dancing to that song. And then on the way home we got fish and chips, and I just had a really, really low-key evening. Thankfully, I've woken up feeling much, much better. The sun has been shining, although it is clouding over now. It is very, very cold though. This morning is one of those mornings where I just need to be out of the house. One of the windows in the kitchen has needed repairing for quite some time. Something to do with the metal runner that goes at the bottom of the window. It's a job that GB has explained that he knows how to do, but he just needs the time and the tools. I didn't really want to be at home, and GB didn't want me at home either, because I'm quite anxious about him taking a window out, repairing it and then putting the window back. We've got a friend on standby just in case he needs some help this morning, but I don't know why, I just feel quite anxious about him getting this DIY job done. I'm not even sure if it's going to be repaired today. Fingers crossed it does, because it does really feel like we're moving into the winter season. It really is quite cold at the moment. Come on GB, please, please let this job be super easy for you and just get it done, put the window up. I'm really looking forward to my phone ringing or receiving a text message just to say, all's fine love, come home whenever you want. But it's given me a really, really good excuse this morning, because I am at Frost's Garden Centre in Willington. Now, if you are local, you will know that this garden centre is beautiful. It has the most stunning Christmas collection, beautiful books, it has a restaurant, there are houseplants galore. Got to be super, super good. I really do not need any more houseplants. If you watched the vlog from last weekend, you will know that my sister and I went to a garden centre and I ended up buying 2 more little succulents called flapjacks. They look beautiful in the kitchen. I don't need any more plants. Really, really, really don't need any more plant share. No more houseplants. It's very difficult though, isn't it? Because these houseplants look at you as much to say, I will look beautiful in your home. Please, please take care of me. And you end up putting them in your basket and taking them home and living in a jungle. I am a houseplant addict. I don't know if I need to join some sort of special group or something. I know I'm not the only houseplant addict on here. I know many of you are also houseplant addicts too. Houseplant Addicts Anonymous. Would anyone like to join that group? Something that my sister and I recently did. We had a houseplant swapping party. So we had wine, of course we had wine, there was lots of lovely food, and we filled my sister's kitchen full of houseplants. This was before I was vlogging, so unfortunately didn't vlog this, but we made such a mess of her kitchen. We had boxes full of fresh compost, we had pots, we had plastic pots. We basically brought the whole collection of my plants and her plants together. We looked at the houseplants that we could split and then put those in smaller pots. Then we had double the amount of plants. I wish I could have captured the look on GB's face when I walked through with all of these new houseplants. Oh my goodness me, I can just see him now. What are you going to do with all these plants? Do you know, it makes me happy. It makes me happy. My sister and I were supposed to come along to the pre-Christmas open evening for this garden centre. We were both so looking forward to it. It was a date in our diaries. We were going to come over to the garden centre, stock up on Christmas bits and pieces, presents, that sort of thing, have a mulled wine, have a mince pie. Got here, the car park was empty, and we were incredibly confused because the date definitely said it was in October sometime. We definitely had the right date. Anyway, we drove around, couldn't find anything. I said, we'll just pull over. I'll go onto Instagram and I'll have a look. So the advertisement was the same date. But then in the comment below, which I never checked, it was actually the open evening of the other Frost's Garden Centre, which is out in Woburn. And it was at rush hour. There was no way we would have made it. We put it onto the sat nav and was driving towards Woburn, but there must have been an accident or something because the time just kept increasing and increasing and increasing the closer that we were getting sort of towards Milton Keynes way, which is quite near where Woburn is, the direction where we were heading to. We just weren't going to make it, so we ended up going for fish and chips and sitting on a bench, and it was the night that the Hunters full moon was out, so we ended up just looking for the Hunter's full moon, having a good old chinwag, sitting eating fish and chips on a bench in the middle of my local town. It was a very nice evening, but completely unexpected. Pulled out my festive coat. We're mid-November and I feel like it's acceptable now to be wearing this vintage herringbone faux fur dress coat. I wore this on Friday evening for the first time this year. GB and I went out with some friends for dinner. If you're interested in seeing the full outfit that I wore, I think the whole outfit was vintage, a vintage dress, vintage shoes, vintage bag. That will have been released on Wednesday, so it'll be the vlog previous to this one. It's all over there, and I wore the coat for the first time then, and I feel like it's out now for the festive season. Let's go into Frost's. I can't wait to show you around. I just love these. So they are $39.99. A little greenhouse. What a wonderful Christmas present. Like this one. Alice's tea store. You may be able to hear an engine. Look. These are the wooden puzzles. This one is $49.99. What a great gift for a train lover. Miniature house, dreamy garden house. What a wonderful gift. I love these. This one's the flower house. So this one is this one. Oh look, I've just noticed they've got smaller ones as well. Oh, they're lovely. These are wonderful. These would go in between your books on the bookshelf. Aren't they lovely? These are a little soap and hand cream set. They either say joy or the ones next to them say love. They are $7.99, $12.99 for Christmas tree soap. A beautifully wrapped gift soap. You can't really go wrong. $6.99. Really like this. Love the colour. It's beautifully soft. It's Walton & Co. It's $59.99. My sister and I were talking a lot about propagation. That over on last Saturday's vlog. Little glass vases you can propagate your plants in and then watch the roots grow. Perfect. How much are these? £10. I think that's really good for £10. My other half loves word quizzes, but these are large print. It's probably not ready for that quite just yet. I have bought GB this before. It's $5.99. Wordle, which I know we all got quite addicted to during lockdown. But you basically need to find out what that word is at the bottom by ruling out the other letters. It's definitely the sort of book that I would buy for GB, but it's got quite a few things like this already at home. Christmas Sudoku, I always feel like it's quite nice having something like this out on Christmas Day. It's amazing how the day can become quite overwhelming, but just having something like this out for the family to get involved with over the festive period, I always feels quite nice. I love the Barber hat. I really like it in this colour. It's $25.95. They do have it in the light grey and the dark grey. These are beautiful. They're not really very me, but I can really appreciate them. And over here, look, box print, again, gorgeous. How wonderful are these? My mum would have absolutely loved these. These are £19.99. Pat there with the sheep on. Of course, we've ended up in the plant section. So these plants are all the shade-loving plants. We have this plant, a taller version. It really does not like being by the window. If it's ever by the main window, it will curl up. Yeah, so all these are shade-loving plants. These are another version of the nodding plant. Interesting that it says that these love the shade. I've always found that my one doesn't mind the sunshine, actually. What a beautiful leaf on this one here. Gorgeous. Very tempted by that. I've always loved peace lilies. We haven't got any at the moment. I did say we don't need any, but at £2.99 it's very, very hard to resist. So £2.99 for the smaller peace lily. How much are the bigger peace lilies? They are £16.99. I have to say, I'm very tempted by the peace lily. These are great to have in the bedroom. They really help to circulate the air and apparently help you to sleep better too. With the cacti and the succulents now, always been a fan of succulents. However, I have never ever been a fan of cacti. I'm not really sure why I would want something that hurts me in my home. I can appreciate them, but not for me. I didn't know they did the brightly coloured ones. Amaryllis bulbs at £12.99 each. I always think that's such a great Christmas gift. Wow. I've seen the red, I've seen the white, but never the pink. Look how vivid they are, they're gorgeous. £8.99 for one or two for £16. The perfect holiday plant to keep out of drafts and water once the top inch feels dry. And look, over here there's the peach. I've never seen the peach either. So these smaller ones are £5.99. This selection of houseplants are to help improve the air quality. That's good news because we have this one at home. Oh, and we also have this one too. And we also have these. I do like black pots, and I do need 3 little black pots ready for herbs in the kitchen. The herbs in the kitchen are currently in seagrass, which I feel is quite summery, but these are a great size. I may consider getting these. These ones are lovely as well. I really like the colour of those. So these ones are £6.99 and these ones are £4.99. This one would be better for the lounge area with the sand colour. May need to consider these. There's quite a few there, so I can come back. Gorgeous colour there. Mustard. How much is that one? £17.99. These are all a little bit busy for me. Moving along. Stop just here. Let's have a look at these pots. Wow, I love the muted tones of this and almost like the dark olive green. How much are these? £14.99. So you'd need a couple because I like everything mirrored. So that would be £30. Very difficult not to pick this up. But they do have the smaller ones. These would be good. To size for the kitchen. So the plain black again, £4.99, but you can see why these ones are £6.99. Oh, they're lovely. Well, I have absolutely fallen in love with these pots, particularly the green ones in the middle. At home we definitely have a few more green accents and that would look gorgeous. I'm not sure if I've got a plant for that size. Such a beautiful selection of pots, and it has made me think that we do need something for the herbs in our kitchen. Let's go and check out the Christmas cards and see if there's anything there suitable for GB. Beautiful selection of Christmas cards. I know it's something that many of us don't send nowadays. Many of us will donate to a charity, but when you see them in boxes like this, they're so nostalgic. Did your family string your cards up? My mum used to string them up all the way around the living room. Maybe you're a family who still sends and receives Christmas cards. I'd love to know how you display them. Of course, GB and I still send a card to one another. I'm not sure what he would think of this one though. If you've been watching our vlogs for some time, you will know that there is a word on this card that GB doesn't particularly like. And the word is snuggled. He just does not like the word snuggled, so I won't be getting him that one. Are there any other coupley cards nice to the one I love card? Don't seem to have very many of those. This is gorgeous as well. It's very difficult looking at these cards. Cards with the word mum on. I still have a Christmas card that was unsent to my mum, and I look at it every single Christmas and it's in its packaging like this. I always make sure that I read it every year as I'm putting my Christmas tree decorations out. For me, it's something that I find comfort in. The words are still so relevant and important to me. I am 99.9% that if my mum would have seen this card, this is the card that she would have bought for me. Absolutely beautiful. Oh look, Father Christmas, Raymond Briggs. I love that on TV. This is a little advent calendar card. What a great idea. Oh look, down here they've got another beautiful one. What a gorgeous print. I love foxes. And what's this one? And Father Christmas in the Sky. I'm not sure how much these are. They are $3.99. It's time to enter the Christmas section. There is so much to show you in here, but I'm going to keep it to my favourite ones that I feel would suit my home style, including these Gisela Graham $4.99 glass baubles with gold glittery stars. I really like these little trees at $2.99. We have a very Nordic Scandi-style Christmas, and I really do like these tall houses. I have seen similar in Poundland, B&M, and these ones here are $9.99. So there's a lot of decorations I like just here. So let's start with these stars. They're quite large, these stars, $12.99 each. Really interesting shaped baubles. How much are these? These are $5.99 each. We've got the paper stars here in grey and the white at $9.99. Always loved the paper decorations. I've had a go at making these before. These are $4.99 each. This is the area that I really love. Let's have a look at some of these decorations. So these baubles here, these ones are Gisela Graham, they're lovely. Let's have a look at the price of those. They're $4.99 each. The marble effect ones at $6.99. These will look beautiful in the window, $9.99 each. They also have those decorations I was showing you before, but in this green glass. Little trees in the white, $2.99. I think that's a great price for those. The perfect size Christmas pudding for GB and I, $24.99. The candied jelly fruit also looks incredible. This is $15.99. Oh wow! Look at these beautiful packaging. Top right, we've got the cranberry and orange mini mince pies. Can't beat a great festive Christmas tin. I particularly like this one. More gorgeous little tins. How much are these smaller ones? They are $8.99. Golden Stags Christmas trees tin, stemmed ginger and lemon biscuits and chocolate chip biscuits. Best of British biscuits, the custard cream. I love the tin. They've also got the bourbon biscuit tin too. I'm back in the car. I was quite restrained. As I'm sitting here, I can see that most people are walking out of Frost's with Christmas things in their hands. So I've seen artificial trees, bags full of sweets, that sort of thing. I've seen the most unusual Christmas item of the day. I just have to remember that everybody has their own Christmas tastes, and people buy things for reasons that maybe I won't understand, but they won't understand why I buy the things that I buy. They've just walked out with an ornamental dinosaur that is half the size of a human, so like this big, with a red festive hat on. Where would you find space for something like that? Unless you were a paleontologist or you really loved dinosaurs, I can't see why anybody would buy a half the size of a human ornamental dinosaur with a Christmas hat on. GB has fixed the window, but his text message that he sent to me was incredibly unfair and my heart was racing, because you really don't want to be without a window at this time of year. Thankfully he was joking. I feel like I want a really big kitchen, deep clean, all ready for the festive season. I don't know if anybody has noticed, but if I move my arm slightly, can you see what is in the back of my car? 2 Christmas trees, one for our bedroom and one for our kitchen, and that can only mean one thing. Christmas decorating starts next week. I'm hoping that later on today I can just have a little bit of a sort out of all of our Christmas decorations, just to make sure that I've sorted them ready for bedroom and the main room. Who decorates their bedroom for Christmas? We probably started doing this. I say we, I'm sure that you all know it's not really we. You probably already know that it is me. I'm the one who decorates the bedroom, and I've probably been doing this now for 4 years, and it's the room that I feel like I can start in. So I always start with the bedroom, then I decorate the kitchen, and then finally the main room. On the Wednesday vlog you will see the bedroom being decorated, then later on the kitchen, then the living room. Oh my goodness, there's just so much to look forward to. I really love this time of year. Christmas starts with decorating the home. It's our favourite place to be, and why not make your home as festive as you can possibly be? GB did finish that DIY off quicker than I thought he would, but I've just had a quick phone call with him, and he said, well, if you're happy out and about, just do whatever you want to do. So I'm actually going to pop over to our local town. I want to go into some of the charity shops. Being in the garden centres sort of inspired me with just a few Christmas bits. I'm wondering if I go early enough, I may be able to find just similar bits that I found in the garden centre, but out and about. After town, we'll get home, make a nice cup of coffee. I'll show you what I've picked up in the garden centre. There is also the most fabulous black vintage velvet cocktail dress to share with you. It's a dress that I'm really quite sad to let go of, but also I'm really happy for the customer, because I know that it will be loved over the festive period, but I'll show you that later on. But for now, let's head off to our local town and see what they've got in the charity shops. The garden centre was super busy. Of course it's going to be super busy, but what a lovely morning. I'm so pleased that I went off and did that today. Sometimes it's really nice to do that, isn't it? Just to spend a little bit of time on your own. Then when you get back, you can talk about what you've been up to, all the things that you've found. I can show them what I've bought. How did you get on with the window then?
Yeah, done it.
Yay, it's fixed. Let me just check. Opens and closes. GB! Oh, I'm so happy with that. You have made my day.
I know. Want to see more of your pumpkins?
Yeah, well done. Looks great.
Pumpkins in autumn, snowballs in winter.
Snowballs.
I want to see your snowballs.
That's a good one. I like that. Do you know what? After doing that job,
What?
I may even let you see my pumpkins or my snowballs. Home now from a few hours to myself, although GB's just said I haven't got too long at home, because he's just surprised me and said we're going to go out for a Sunday roast. So I'm really pleased about that. I haven't got long, then we're going out, finding a pub somewhere and just ordering a nice roast and having a good catch up. But I've got a few minutes just to show you what I've picked up in Frosts. So you will remember that I was over by the pots. I've just grabbed the herbs because what I want to show you has something to do with these. So you may remember over in the summer diaries, I had these pots hanging up here, 3 of them, 1, 2, 3. I found that possibly because of the window, to be quite honest with you, they were getting quite cold up there and I was struggling to keep them alive. But also I felt that the seagrass baskets were quite summery. I didn't realise when I went in, but as soon as I approached the array of pots that they had over at Frost's, I realised these herbs need something a little bit more autumnal, a little bit more wintry, moving into the next season. So I convinced myself that I needed some new herb plant pots, and these are the ones that I chose. I was a little bit naughty and I did treat myself to 3 beautiful plant pots. Let's show you these. You may have seen me looking at these whilst I was in Frosts. They were $6.99 each. I think that the herbs will look really nice in here, and this warm olive tone really matches our home. So let's very quickly swap the herbs over into these pots, and then I want to show you the vintage dress that's sold. I'll wrap that up later tonight, but before it gets dark I'll show you the dress because it is stunning, and then GB and I can pop out to a country pub and get some Sunday dinner. So let's have a look at what these are going to look like.
I've been waiting all year long for something special. I was hoping you'd fly south with the birds. There's no snow this year, but hey, that's nothing new. What feels different now is I'm spending it with you.
They look fantastic. I'm so happy with them, but I really hate when you can see the lip of the plastic pot. So here you can see the grey. So I'm going to have to grab my scissors and just cut round so that the plastic plant pot can properly sit inside. Other than that, I absolutely love them. Thankfully, I have 3 spare plant pots, so it should be quite easy just to cut round the tops of those. Let's grab some scissors. It's literally just a case of just cutting round and taking that very, very top rim off, just so that the pot sits really neatly inside the new ones. Oh, that's so much better. I'll just show you the difference. So you can see the difference there. This one has the grey pot showing and this one doesn't, but the pot's just inside.
Years before this I would drive however far, just to look at lights and feel anything at all. I can't find the cold, but every year that's true.
So we've got the rosemary, gorgeous. We've got the mint. Oh, smells lovely. Yeah, these look really, really nice. And we've got basil. Right, let's have a look at them. So first up, the basil in the new pot. I really, really love it. Next up is mint. We use a lot of mint when we're cooking new potatoes. And then last but not least, the rosemary, and I absolutely love rosemary butter. So there we go, they look wonderful. Let's pop them along the windowsill for now. As I mentioned earlier, I'm quite keen to give the kitchen a bit of a spring, autumn, winter clean before it turns into a little Christmas cosy kitchen. The transformation of this kitchen at Christmas time is just so beautiful. Over the Christmas period, this kitchen turns into a little cosy haven. I do so much baking over the Christmas time. We often eat dinner in here. I love twinkly lights. I've got little rusty bells. I've got Christmas trees that I hang up. If you're keen to see the transformation of this tiny kitchen into a super cosy Christmas kitchen, then do stay around on the channel. It will be coming up, I would say, maybe in the next week, week and a half. I will of course keep the hanging herb planters. I may pop them back up there next summer. They may go into the bathroom. I most certainly won't be getting rid of these. These will just be going to one side for the rest of the autumn and the winter, but they'll come out again in the spring and the summer, and those pots may go away. I like to move things around. Here is the vintage dress. It's a 1980s pure velvet bodice. It's got a little bit of a stretch to it. We've got these puffy sleeves at the top, a long structured sleeve. It's very classic and elegant. At the bottom of this dress, we have this fabulous ruffle skirt section. So it's perfect for Christmas parties and romancing. I really like the back of this dress. When it comes to vintage, you always find little extra special details, and the back of this dress is no exception. It has a deep long V and a hidden back zip. Pure luxury. I hope that my new client will absolutely love wearing this just as much as I have loved looking after it until it's found its new home. Hoping that GB is ready for dinner. This is the coat that I've been wearing. I'm standing up so that you can, on tippy toes, so that you can see it. Hopefully you can see most of it. I'm not sure if you can actually. This is the 1990s black and white herringbone, faux fur collar, dress coat. I've teamed the coat with this black cotton Peter Pan collar blouse, and then I've popped it with some skinny jeans. These jeans are jewels, although I'm being very, very honest. I feel like they are quite uncomfortable today. I've got them on, but I feel a lot more comfortable when I've got my coat on. Really am looking forward to just going out for a couple of hours with GB, grabbing some dinner, maybe a roast dinner or something like that, and coming back home and getting cosy. I feel like I don't want anything around my stomach today. I'm sure you completely understand what I mean. Let's go and see if he's ready. I'm ready to go out, as GB says. Let's go out to get back. Are you ready, GB? GB's just getting ready, putting his shoes on and bits and pieces like that, and I realised I forgot to show you what I picked up in Poundland.
What's that?
GB! Oh, he scared the life out of me. He has just crept up on me.
It's funny.
Today I've been told that whilst GB was doing the DIY, the window fell out of the socket and fell onto the ground. And now I've just had my heart in my mouth because he's just come up to scream at me. Honestly.
It's all fun and games.
Yeah. It is until there's tears.
That's right.
This is what I picked up in Poundland. Very, very similar to things that I saw over in Frost's. They were £4 in the Poundland that I went to. My friend Mrs P did say that she paid £5 for hers, but mine didn't have a tag on, and they were the last set and it said £4. So I think they may have put their prices up to £5 if you are interested in these. They are beautiful. So I'm just going to undo them. I've got my early years advisory hat on here, but what a great resource for young children to have with their role play. You could have the trees all together like a puzzle, or you could separate them out. I'm obviously going to use these as a decoration, but I think they are a great resource for nurseries, schools, children. If you've got a farm set or anything like that, buying a couple of these just adds a little bit more holistic play and also a natural wooden resource. So there we go. They're lovely, aren't they? I'm super happy with those. £4 a bargain. Oh, I don't know if you've seen this. I bought a couple of these from the garden centre with my sister last weekend. They are £3.50 each, flapjack, and I've got a couple. I need to take the price tag off. I've just not done it yet. I am absolutely in love with the colour of these. Flapjack succulents, gorgeous. Oh no, GB, it's just started to rain. Aren't I?
You're more than a one-night stand.
I hope so.
You don't know where that's from, do you?
Yeah, no, it's a song, isn't it?
Yeah. You're more than a number in my number. You're more than a one-night stand. She says.
It's 5:30. We have been out all afternoon, so much longer than we expected. We ended up going over to Henlow, which is just a few villages out sort of that way. We went to one of our favourite pubs, The Crown. The Crown was featured in our vlog last weekend. Was it last weekend? Or was it the weekend before? GB is very, very settled watching the England v Ireland football match. I want to say England v Ireland. I'm sure that's what he's watching. Let me just check. Who are you watching tonight?
England-Ireland.
I was right. He's watching the England-Ireland football match. I should have known that because I'm sure he told me it earlier on. But when football things are mentioned, it's just one of those things that doesn't really stick. Do you know what I mean? We had a really nice meal. I ended up having veggie nut roast and the most amazing apple and rhubarb crumble. We had an extra special treat because one of our friends joined us and we ended up going into their new cosy sort of tented outside area. It's quite a new setup in like this huge teepee, benches, cushions, throws, heaters, festoon lights. Just think Hygge cosy vibes. That is exactly what it was. And we ended up sitting out there, I would say for around 2 or 3 hours, nice cup of coffee. I forgot to ask for decaf. And it was around 4 o'clock that I had a coffee and I forgot to ask for decaf. I'm going to be awake all night. Are you the same? My cut-off is 2 p.m. I didn't even look at the time. I just said, yes, I'll have a skinny cappuccino and didn't even think. And I know that this will affect me now for the rest of the day. At the moment, I'm thinking I could do a whole deep clean. It was really lovely to sit outside though. The teepees definitely held out all of the rain. We were super snuggly. GB hates the word snuggly. I actually had a throw over me as well. I had a coffee in my hand, the warmth from the coffee cup. We definitely had full on November cozy vibes. It was perfect. Pouring of rain. I'm just looking out the window now. It still is. So this morning we started off with November sunshine. I'm about to go and have a really nice, warm, deep, bubbly bath. Just put myself into some nice pajamas and I'm going to have a quick look at some of the decorations. I just want to see what I've got bauble wise ready for my bedroom Christmas tree. I'll record that video in the week so you can see a full on bedroom Christmas makeover, and then I'll upload that ready for the Wednesday vlog. So this is the current film that I'm watching. It's called We Wish You a Merry Christmas and it's on Channel 5, so you can find it on the Channel 5 app. But I definitely fell asleep during this film last night. I can't remember what has happened, don't know anything about it to be quite honest with you. So I may either rewind and rewatch or just find something else. So how I go about finding my Christmas films is I often use My 5 to find my Christmas films. No, that definitely looks like something I would not want to watch. I go to browse, movies, Christmas movies, view all, 36. So ones that I would definitely recommend. A Merry Scottish Christmas was okay. Mrs. Miracle is brilliant. Not seen An Italian Christmas. No, I've not seen Christmas Magical Shoes. Although did I? No, look, I say I didn't. I think I have started watching it but haven't finished it. So that's showing me that possibly wasn't very good. The Secret Gift of Christmas, not seen. Right Before Christmas, not seen. Christmas in Notting Hill, I do like. I've watched that already this year. Christmas Love Letter, not seen. The other app that I use is ITVX. Quite often I will click live and they have a Christmas movie channel which is currently showing The Holiday Sitter. Because it's already started and it's live, if I go back again and then if you type in search and then just type in Christmas at the top, you can see that the ITV app also has lots of Christmas films. Mr. Christmas, Christmas Unwrapped, Back to Christmas, Christmas Lights. I love having them on my iPad. If we go to Netflix, again, Netflix has so many Christmas films. If I click Christmas movies, you can see that there's a good selection there as well. I'm definitely not short of films to watch, but I just find it so handy having them on my iPad because I have a shelf in the bathroom that I just rest the iPad on. I know it's not going to fall off and I can sit in the bath with all the bubbles and just enjoy the film. On a Sunday, I love to go to bed as early as I possibly can, and I am talking around 8 o'clock. I like to be in bed on a Sunday. I feel like having that really good night's sleep really sets me up for the week, but also gives me that time to reflect upon the week gone by. What do I need to do next week? And also just a little bit of time reading. I'm quite organised when it comes to the Christmas decorations. They are in one of these boxes. I believe this was bought from Amazon. They are great because inside they all have their compartments. But when I opened it, I really thought that I had put the bedroom decorations on the top and they're not here. These are decorations that I use for the main room. So I'm going to have to take these out. I'm pleased I'm doing this now. Again, these are all, I'll just show you a very sneaky peek. These are decorations that I use in the main room and I don't know where the decorations are for this bedroom. If they're not on this next layer, they're all, are they there? They're not in here. I just said to you, I was very organised. I've obviously put them somewhere else. I really don't know where I've put them. Unless I did a bedroom box. What's in here? Oh, there's something in here, but I will show you a very sneaky little peek. But there's a little story about it, and I will share that with you when I decorate my main room. So I'll put that back very carefully, that one. Right, so I'm going to have to go and do another search. At least I know all of the main room decks are there. I've obviously put these away differently last year. I think I may have been more organised than I first originally thought. Yes, here are the little decorations for my small tree in the bedroom. I thought what I would do is just have a very quick look at them. The tree is quite small, you'll see when I put that up on Wednesday. It's a little cute Scandi tree. It only needs 50 lights. What sort of lights have we got for that tree? Ah yes, 50 little LED lights. Oh. Out of all the decorations that I have opened in that big box, it was a dove, and I will tell you about that when I put the big tree up. It does relate to my mum. And out of this box here, the first one I have picked up unknowingly is the angel rings. If that's not a sign, I really don't know what is. So those beautiful angel rings. I've been looking at little houses, and in Poundland they did have some taller ones. Made me think I may want to go back and get them, but these were B&M. I think they were a set of 4. Although I bought these last year, they definitely do still have these in B&M this year. So if you watched my vlog from last weekend, you'll know that I put my sentimental tree up with my sister. Well, this is one of the decorations that used to be on that tree. It's very, very delicate. It's clear glass with white lace. I've got a couple of little trees. This is a tree as well. Just putting on a little bit of night cream. This is L'Oreal Age Perfect cream. End of the weekend is here again. The weekends just go by so fast. It's nearly 8 o'clock. I'm looking forward to getting into bed. Maybe putting the electric blanket on. It's still raining outside. Hot chocolate, a little bit of reading of my book, put Classic FM on, and then fall asleep. There's so much to look forward to over the next few weeks. I've already started, as you know, just putting in little drips here and there of Christmas. This is my first year celebrating Christmas as well as vlogging alongside. I've got all these amazing plans and ideas in my mind that I want to share with you, and I'm really looking forward to celebrating this time of year with you all. Your next video will be a Wednesday vlog, and I'm hoping to put up the Christmas tree in the bedroom, decorate the bedroom, finish off an advent calendar that I've started on last Wednesday's vlog, and also we're going to do a no bake, bake, bake. If you don't want to miss out on any of the Christmas content, do remember just to hit that subscribe button, and then you'll get the notification that there's a new video. So videos go out every Saturday and every Wednesday. Thank you so much for watching. Take really good care of yourselves. Wrap up warm. I'm wondering if we're going to have any snow next week, and I will see you back here on Wednesday. Bye for now.